Hi, honey. I am back with the food.
Great, what have you bought?
Oh, I have bought chicken, beef, pork, fish.
What? So much meat?
What do you expect then?
I do not want to eat it. It's so queasy.
Hey, so are you trying to waste food? That's so environmentally unfriendly.
Ever since when did I say I want to throw it away? You can eat it if you want to. But do you know that eating meat is not environmentally friendly?
How is that possible?
Well, this goes down to the needs and life of the farm animals. Farm animals are living things as well. Hence, they need food, water, land, etc. In 2015, the agricultural sector consumes 3,059 cubic kilometers of fresh water. The livestock sector, on the other hand, consumes 2,681 cubic kilometers of fresh water. That's around 61% of the global freshwater consumption. For the same mass produce, the amount of water needed to grow meat is 52 times the amount of water needed to grow vegetables. 36% of crops are fed to livestock. 4/5 of deforestation is due to agriculture. On top of that, animal agriculture is responsible for 43% of deforestation. From 2013 to 2015, around 89 square kilometers of forests were cut down daily for animal agriculture. 89 square kilometers of forest is nearly 4 times the land area of nature reserves in Singapore. Deforestation accounts for 15% of global greenhouse gas emission. The livestock sector, by deforestation alone, contributes around 6% of global greenhouse gas emission. In 2015, 30% of Earth's land surface is reserved for rearing livestock. Animal agriculture uses up 26.7 million square kilometers of land in 2014. For the same mass produce, the amount of land needed to grow meat is more than 8 times the amount of land needed to grow vegetables.
Is it really that bad?
Yes, and that's only part 1.
Really?
Some daily actions of the farm animals cause environmental problems as well. In 2018, manure excretion from cattle totaled to 80 teragrams daily. Around 5.8 teragrams of manure is produced daily from the cultivation of hogs in 2014. In 2013, chickens worldwide excrete a total of 230 gigagrams of manure waste daily. In 2014, livestock are responsible for 29.2% of total methane emission. In 2013, the livestock sector accounts for 13% of global greenhouse gas emission. That's around 5,768 teragrams of carbon dioxide equivalent, which means in 2013, the amount of greenhouse gas the meat industry emits every 19 seconds is equivalent to the amount of greenhouse gas emitted by a full capacity A380 plane traveling one round around the Earth's equator. For the same mass produce, the amount of greenhouse gas emitted to produce meat is 60 times the amount of greenhouse gas emitted to produce vegetables.
But wait, how does rearing livestock result in greenhouse gas emission?
The livestock's manure and burp contain greenhouse gas. Knowing this, would you, an environmentally friendly person, still want to eat so much meat?
Oh, no, not anymore.
Hubby! Hello? Is this the ambulance? Someone has fainted! Help! Doctor, how's my husband?
The patient has yet to regain consciousness, but his life is not in danger.
He should regain his consciousness soon.
But what caused him to lose consciousness? Is this a sign that something is wrong with his body?
We couldn't find out exactly what caused him to lose consciousness. But a body checkup performed earlier on shows worrisome results. His cholesterol levels, blood pressure, blood sodium level, and blood sugar level is high and will increase his risk of getting long-term disease if not controlled.
How can he control them?
Mainly through exercising and watching his diet. What does he usually eat?
He is a meat eater. He likes eating meals full of meat.
Okay, I think that is probably the reason why the figures are out of range.
Huh? Are you trying to imply that eating too much meat might be causing him to faint?
As mentioned earlier, we are not sure what caused him to faint. But it is certain that eating too much meat is resulting in those worrisome numbers. Meat have little or no fiber, contains more saturated fats, and yes, 100 grams of meat contain 1 to 1.4 grams of saturated fats. The recommended daily intake of saturated fats is 20 grams. Hence, 100 grams of meat make up 5% to 7% the recommended daily intake of saturated fat. Also, it contains high level of cholesterol. Indeed, 100 grams of meat contains 85 mg to 507 mg of cholesterol, and the recommended daily intake of cholesterol is 300 mg.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that mean 100 grams of meat may exceed the recommended daily intake of cholesterol?
Yes, and note that if a food contains more than 20% the recommended daily value of a particular nutrient, the food is considered high in that nutrient. Processed meat like ham, hot dog, etc. contains 5 times more sodium than regular meat. In other words, 100 grams of processed meat contains 285 to 535 mg of sodium. The recommended daily intake of sodium is 2400 mg. Thus, if you calculate, that makes up 12% to 22% the recommended daily intake of sodium.
Goodness, I've always thought eating meat is bad only for the environment. Never did I expect meat to be so unhealthy.
Wow, then you've learned a lot today. Nevertheless, let me tell you one more shocking fact about meat. Most of the farm animals are not raised organically, meaning to say they are given chemicals like pesticides, fertilizers, herbicides, antibiotics, growth hormones, and others. In fact, only 0.6% of cattle, 0.02% of hogs, and 1.77% of chickens are raised organically and are not fed with such chemicals. To give you an idea what this means, let's say you have chicken for breakfast, beef for lunch, and pork for dinner. The chance of you eating meat free of contaminations for these 3 meals is around 3/10 the chance of you winning the jackpot in Toto.
Goodness, that's creepy. May I go in and see him now?
Sure, I'll take my leave then.
Where am I?
Hubby, you've finally woken up. How are you feeling now?
Dear, what am I doing here?
You don't remember anything?
What's happening seriously?
Just now.
And also,
Oh no! Doctor! Help! My husband has fainted again!